better than they can.
Yeah, I mean, before officially started boxing, I would watch those Canelo fights on TV. I would go back. It wasn't in my time, but I would watch Julio Cesar Chavez. He was one of my favorite fighters to watch when I was getting into it. And man, what else? Oh yeah, my favorite fights to watch when the fellow family would get together. And we all the kids would be sitting in front of the TV, and then all the adults in the back drinking, having a good time. The Marquez Pacquiao fights.
Oh heck yeah!
I will always remember those. That's like a core memory in my brain for those. Those are great.
Some of the dopest fights ever, dog. You know what I mean? Manny Pacquiao, man, always put on a great show. And to the day, you know, I still think that he's one of the dopest boxers. I'm a big Roy Jones Jr. fan too, as well. Do you think that the boxing has changed throughout the years?
Definitely, most definitely. A lot of fighters are back then. It's great to watch those fights back then too, because they're throwing nonstop. They're dropping each other around. One round, this guy gets dropped. The next round, the other guy gets dropped. And you're just like, oh. And nowadays, a lot of boxers are taking the more safe route. It's more business oriented, pretty much. But they're making some of the good fights happen now, but it's not as consistent as it used to be. That's for sure.
It's not. And does that have to do because of the belts, or is it because of TV or the money? Because like you said, back in the day, it was like, yo, I want him. And you see a couple months later, boom, that's the match right there. Yeah. Now a lot of people are avoiding each other.
It's definitely a money thing. Everybody saw Mayweather pretty much started that trend.
Yeah.
He showed people, like, you pick your fights, you do all this, I'm getting all this money now. And so everybody's, sees that. It's like, well, why wouldn't you do that if you're going to make all this money doing that?
For sure.
At that point, because at the end of the day, it's a business. It's a sport, and sport revolves around the money, revolves around the business, and everybody wants to make as much money as they can.
Exactly. But it's not about that too in certain aspects, because eventually that's what it's going to come down to. But the love that you have, the passion that you have, eventually all that is going to lead to that. But when you are building your legacy, how important is it to still have that mentality to reach what your ultimate goal is, to be a world champion, in which you are going to become?
Like I said, I'm ready to fight anybody right now. If they call me with that world title shot, I'm taking it. I don't care who's my opponent right there. I'm taking it. And because if I don't, I'll lose pride in what I do. Like going back to the word before, I want to have pride in what I do, pride in who I am, pride in my name. And I'm ready to do whatever it takes to get there.
Hell yeah, dude. Every day is an accomplishment. That's what I tell everybody. Everybody tells me every day, bro, why do you have so much energy, like from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep? And I was like, because tomorrow is never granted. You never know when your number is going to be called. So you have to take advantage of all the opportunities that are given to you at that time, because then you're going to look back and you're going to be like, damn, that was a loss for me. But instead of it being a loss, it's going to be a lesson towards my life and towards the goals that I have. How important is it to be learning from some lessons that you are learning from, bro?
You learn from everything. You learn from your own mistakes. You learn from other people's mistakes, so you don't make those same mistakes. And it's very important. Like you said, you can see it as a loss, or you can see it as like going back, repeating what I said earlier. You can see it as a loss, or you can see it as taking a step backwards. So you can use that to propel even further.
For sure, big time. You said something a little bit earlier. And not when we were speaking, but on one of your other interviews that you had. Life is a puzzle, dog. Like, explain that to all our viewers.
There's pieces. Everything's meant to be in a way, and sometimes you got to make it fit.
For real.
You take what's given to you, and you find the meaning in that. You find why it was given to you. What can you do with it, rather than be like, oh snap, this happened, that sucks for me, and then get down on yourself. No, take that as, all right, this happened. Why did this happen? What can I do to make this into a positive thing, turn it into something good for me? And you always got to, if you keep it with that mindset, don't let nothing get you down.
Exactly. Don't let anything get you guys down. You guys be the people that are setting the foundation for what it is that you want to accomplish. This is your boy El Profe, Streetz the Professor, and you are locked and loaded on the HODS podcast. Download your Podbean app and check us out on all major platforms. Also, check out my YouTube page as well, where you will be catching glimpse of all our new videos that are coming out and all our podcasts that are being recorded too as well. And I want to take the time to say thank you to all our guests, to all our listeners, to all our followers, everybody that is sharing. We are we are worldwide. This podcast has no boundaries and has no limits because I don't set any of those expectations. I expect to be the number one podcast out there, and god damn it, I'm sticking to it, baby, because that's what we do. Trini Ochoa is in the building with us, man. Congratulations, bro, on everything that you're doing, bro. I'm really proud of you and the success that you have, and not only that, but being surrounded by family, because like we said earlier, family is key, dog. It is very important to have that support system behind you, and I love every bit of it. So you guys are out here in Mesa. How do people, if they want to train with you, or if you guys want to send them into the right direction, like, can they come to the gym here, or do you prefer them to get a hold of you guys through Instagram, or what advice would you kick to them if they want to start on a boxing career?
Find a gym near you. Right now, you know, my dad only trains me and my cousin family. He's a tattoo artist, so he has that to run too. So he's focused on that stuff right now. Our gym's just a private gym for me to work, and so find a boxing gym near you. Talk to the coaches, get a feel, let them know what your intentions are going into the gym. Let them know I want to be a fighter, and then show up every day. You know, prove that dedication and catch somebody's eye like that. And you just gotta do it yourself sometimes at the beginning, and that you gotta prove yourself in boxing gyms. Because there's a lot of kids who just come in the gym like, yeah, I want to be a fighter, and they don't show up the next day. They don't show that determination, that drive, and it won't get the coach's attention or anything. So you really gotta show up and show that you're determined and you got what it takes.
For sure. Right now, I want to take the time too to shout out my tío Felipe Astorga for training a lot of the people out here too at the YMCA down in Phoenix. But it's really important, like you said, find what you love and prove to everybody that you are worthy of being trained, because you are out here spending hours, spending time, spending minutes, you know, with these people that are out here wanting to see you succeed, but not wanting for you to waste their time. So if there were some young cats that were coming up in the game, what advice would you give to them?
Stay dedicated, stay disciplined. You know, you can't be out messing around, partying with friends, drinking, drugs, none of that. You gotta stay disciplined. You gotta be on yourself, and at the end of the day, you gotta show yourself that, because that's what it takes to be a boxer at the bare minimum level. And if you can't even do that, then maybe you don't love the sport. Maybe you don't love boxing. But I believe everybody can do it, and you just gotta have that love for it, that drive for it, and you can do it if you want to.
Oh yeah, most definitely. You guys, just stick to the plan, have a goal set in mind, and ride that wave. You know, you never know how far it's gonna get. You guys are your own people that have that path where you can either achieve it or go off in a different path in which you guys are not meant to be. So set positive goals for you guys. Set yourselves around the positive people in the world too as well, and make sure that you accomplish the goals that you set. CC says it like this: he who is not courageous enough to take risks will accomplish nothing in life. How important is that, Doug?
It's not a risk, it's an opportunity.
Hey,
is what I like to say.
I like that. Hell yeah.
I was just thinking that while I was training earlier today. Actually, I don't know why it popped in my head, but it popped in my head.
That's crazy.
It's don't take risks. It's just opportunities.
Right.
It's not a risk. It's an opportunity.
I love when I start creating the program for all our guests, because a lot of these quotes that I usually get that we read off, come back somehow in a circle. And that's the way the universe works, like we were talking about earlier, you know.
Yep.
The stars, the energy, how it all aligns up, the timing between us. It's perfect. Fight week, you know, the podcast. Bro, you've been busy. I've been seeing you on social media. But not only that, but taking the time to train, to be with your family, you know, to be you. How important is it too to have your own time, the Trini time?
Yeah, it's most important. Like going back to the mental health. You know, I prioritize that, especially during training camp, because that's what keeps you driving, keeps you going. And so I'll be home doing what I want to do. You know, I can't eat what I want to eat,
Yeah.
so you know that sucks. But I make up for it in other ways. You know, I just take my time to in training camp play video games. You know, I'll go play cards or do something. You know, call a friend or something. Just hang out a little bit, you know, just relax, you know, enjoy my free time as much as I can, because you don't get a lot of that, you know, and you want to make the most out of your days.
For sure. Like you said, the opportunities, you know, you got to take the best out of your opportunities, because timing, you just never know,
Yep.
bro. You know, and like you said, if you were to get that opportunity for somebody to tell you, hey, here's your shot right now. Hey, man, where do I sign? Vámonos, let's go,
let's
you know. So have all your fights been here in Arizona?
Yeah, all of them except one. One was in Mexico during COVID because they weren't having fights over here, so we still wanted to get one in.
Where'd you guys go?
Agua Prieta.
Hey, big
Yeah.
shout out to all my people in AP.
Yeah.
How was that experience, bro?
It was an experience. it was. I think it was in December, and it was cold. There was like, oh man, it was very cold out there.
I bet you in the gym too, where you were fighting was cold too.
Yeah, it didn't even really have a ceiling in there, so it was just freezing. Trying to warm up, get ready to fight. Oh man, well, I don't even think my opponent weighed in back then. They didn't have him step on the scale. I was like, I was just confused. Did I even need to step on the scale? Am I the weird one here? I don't know.
He's out there eating some tacos and drinking a caguama.
But I just had to stay busy during COVID because they weren't having no fights over here. So we had a whole training camp. We went over there to do our thing and stay busy.
So take us into, like, I'm not a really big fan of the COVID era, but take us into that. Those 2 years, bro, because for you, I bet you it was difficult. Like you said, there wasn't any fighting. So basically, you kind of really lost 2 years, but you probably gained 2 years. I don't know how you see it, but how did those 2 years affect your career?
It slowed the fights down, but we were always training still. We never slowed down with that stuff. We're always in the gym, always training, always being ready just in case, you know, just in case we got that call, because they were still having a little bit of fights over somewhere. I forget the venue, but we're trying to stay ready and just not lose the sharpness.
Of course.
And shoot, that already feels like so long ago.
It
I don't
does,
even remember
bro.
where those 2 years went either.
Right.
What was I doing? We got that one fight in. I think there was just a short period of time where they couldn't fight, and then I'm pretty sure I got like another fight in over here when they opened things back up right
That's
after.
cool. So when you fight, how much does it take for you to recover and then pick up your next fight?
Just depends on how the fight went. Like my last fight, it was stopped in the third round. I fought that Saturday. I had Sunday off. I had Monday off, and we're right back in the gym on Tuesday.
Nice.
Get ready for this one.
Nice. Heck yeah. Just like that, huh?
Yep, just like that.
I love the fact. So if you had a tougher fight, how long would that process usually take? Or does it depend on how you recoup and how you recover from everything?
Yeah, usually we will take a week off.
Okay.
A week off, and then get back in the gym for normal light work. Not crazy hard training camp work. Not 3 days, but we're in the boxing gym after that week once a day.
That's awesome.
We're still hitting it strong. Or say if I get like a headbutt or a cut or something, you got stitches, you gotta let that heal. I want to get that makes me want to get right back in the gym even harder.
You
though.
get pissed, huh?
Yeah, it's like dang, now it's one thing if I want to chill out and sit on my own time, but if I'm being made with the stitches or something, I am forced to not train and forced to sit. It makes you want to train even more.
I bet, bro. I bet. So I gotta ask, dog. I know you hit hard, but when you get hit yourself, like, does that push you and motivate you more to be like, ¿sabes qué, dude? Like, okay, let's go. Like, now you're gonna get the best of Trini Ochoa.
I'm focused on the fight at all times. When I get hit, I'm staring at the opponent, still looking for that opening, even as I'm getting hit, ready to punch back. I'm not gonna hesitate. I'm not gonna be like, oh, you got me good there.
Yeah.
No, he hits me good. I'm looking at him, ready to find the next window of opportunity. Because a lot of times too, when they think they got you, that's when they open up, and you got all these opportunities right there. Because if you watch me fight, you might see me get hit with something. You're like, oh, and then you'll see me not even a half a second later already throwing a punch, landing right back just as hard, if not harder.
Heck yeah, dog. I love it, man. You always got to be on your toes. That's the great thing about boxing is you're never flat-footed. Because if you get caught flat-footed, man, you're going down, y'all.
I'm going down, and my dad's going to yell at me for being flat-footed.
Hey, he's going to get you on the bands again, dog. Yep. We got a good band story for you guys, man, at another time. But that's what it's all about. Trini Ochoa, man, tell everybody where they can find you at, kid.
Instagram, Trini AA, and Trini Tattoo.
That's where they're at, man. If you guys need to get a hold of your boy, Streetz Chris 1 is my IG. El Profe Streetz is my Facebook. If anybody is looking for a sponsorship package, I have a package that suits your business, suits your company. You can work numbers with me. I am very easy to work with. Right now, I want to go ahead and shout out all our sponsors, Stone Cafe and Event Center from Tucson, Arizona. Stay Blaze 520 in Tucson, Hormigueto Familia. To my people out there in Hermosillo for Comunidad Flow, thank you for what you guys do for us out there. Lalo Rapa, felicidades, muchos suerte allá. To my boy who does all our apparel, Tyler at Truth and Humor, follow him. He does all our flyer work for all our guests too as well. You're just one of the dopest I've seen so far, dog. That was pretty dope. Big shout out to our lady Bacanora Danzari and to the ladies at Box and Mail at 1155 South Power that get all our flyers, all our banners there. Thank you very much for what you do. To the homeboy Mac Agronomics, thank you for all your video work too. To Manuel too as well for all his work that he's been putting in with us. It's been a blessing and it's been an honor to have you on the program too as well, dog. I know you have some apparel too that you have. Where can people get your apparel?
I hit my dad up on Instagram, Trini Tattoo. We make shirts usually every fight. They're dope. They fit nice. Everything's. I love them. They're most of my wardrobe at this point.
That's how I am too, bro. Yeah. Everything that I have is my stuff too. It's like, where do you get all your stuff? I make it.
Either that or Walmart.
That's it. Hey, Walmart's stepping up, yo. Big time.
You see this? This is Walmart right here.
See, I got my Trini Ochoa. We're good, bro. This is what it's all about. Good people coming together. Real stories brought to you by real people. That's what the HODS podcast is all about. And right now we have a great story. WBC USA Super Light Gold champion. I'm sorry. Belt holder. 20-0, 9 KOs. April 19th, gonna get his 10th KO and move up in the rankings. How dope is that, bro? To be mentioned as the 39th boxer in the WC ranking.
No, it was cool. We actually got that news in the locker room for my last fight.
While you guys were changing, or while you guys are done?
Much,
yeah, that's dope.
I was getting ready for the fight. They told me, and it just motivated me even more. You know, I want to get even higher on the rankings. Obviously, 39's far from good enough for me. I want to be there in the top 10, be there ready for that title shot.
And you will.
Yep.
You will, bro. That's dope that they told you that beforehand. Who came in and told you guys that? The WBC people, or?
No, our PR girl Emily.
Oh, nice.
Shout out to her.
Big shout out to Emily too.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, she's helped me a lot with this camp. And
she's
the last
on
camp.
it, bro.
Yeah, she's on it. Yeah, she gets stuff done. She puts me to work.
Oh yeah, I seen her work, man. I got the honor of meeting her here at the Green and Meat, and she was really excited for everything that your camp is doing, everything that your team is doing. But it takes a good PR person to run a good camp like you guys do. And congratulations to your whole camp, to your whole team, to your family too, bro. Like, this is an amazing gym that you guys have right here, but most of all, just pushing you to be the greatest. 20-0, dog. Like, how far do you expect to get?
World title for sure.
Yeah,
I want to get that world title and make those big bucks. But I more importantly, I want the world title. I want to establish the legacy, and establish my name and put my city on the map.
If you had a dream fight, who would be your opponent?
Timing doesn't matter or anything?
Yeah, timing don't matter, dog.
I would love to fight Canelo.
Hell yeah.
That would be fun. I feel like I could learn the most from him because our styles are alike.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that would just be, man, great, a great
That'd be
learning,
one for the
great-
books, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
That'd be cool. You have him right here, dog, like the Rocky and Apollo fight. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Just you two just going at
Yeah.
it. Ding, ding. That'd be sick, bro.
Yep.
That's cool, man. Trini Ochoa, man, I want to say thank you very much. HODS podcast family, crew, and team. Thanks you for all that you do. Like I said, if there's anything that we can do on our end, we are here for you. Like I said, your family coming onto this podcast, and it's been an honor. And thank you for opening up your doors. Thank you to Trini Senior too as well for opening up the doors to the gym and having us here invade your guys' place, bro.
No, thank you.
an
Right
honor.
back at you. You're family to us now too, brother. And I appreciate you doing the podcast and everything. You know, we're just talking too, so it's always a good time to just have a good chat.
Oh, it always is, bro. It's
Yep.
just like sitting at the coffee shop or
Yeah,
at the bar,
exactly.
you know what I mean?
Yep.
But we're doing it in the ring, dog,
Yeah, right.
which is even doper. I appreciate that. Yo, we reached that part of the program that I like to call Famous Last Words of a Fool. What's up, fool? This is the part of the program that I am handing over to our guest of honor. He has now turned the HODS podcast into the Trini Ochoa podcast, man. I am handing over my show to you. So whatever you have on your mind, whatever you want to speak out of your chest, this is your show, dog. So you have the show.
Well, thank you. Welcome to my show, guys. I'm Trini Ochoa. This is the Trini Ochoa podcast. No, I'm just kidding. I want to give a big thank you to my family, my friends, and for bringing me where I am today, and being there with me, even without boxing. Even they're always there for me if I ever need anything. Good people, you know. I love all you guys, and that's really what's on my mind at all times. And mostly, I'm just thinking like, dang, man, this is great. I'm in a good spot, and I'm happy that I have all these people here to support me to do that, and I want to do everything I can to give back to them. And if they ever need me for anything, you just give me a call, give me a message. I'm not the best at messaging back sometimes, but you know, I'll get back to you.
Facts. Facts, yeah. But hey, you're a busy dude, dog, so I totally get it. Like, people got to understand, some of us are busy people and we got things that we got to do.
No, there's no excuses. I'm not even gonna try to cover that. You're more busy than me, and you're texting paragraphs back right in like minutes, like right away. I'm like, dang, making me look bad over here.
You're good, dog. You're good in my book, man. Famous Last Words of a Fool brought to you by Hormigueto Familia down in Tucson, Arizona. If I had some famous last words, what's up, fool? They would go like this: don't count the days, make the days count. What you think about that, dog?
Perfect. That's perfect right there. That's make every day count, make every day matter. Every day does matter. Whether it could be for yourself or for somebody else, you know, give somebody a call, give your tia a call or something, you know, make that day matter.
I'm glad you said that, bro, because I forgot to text my tia, man. Yeah, thank you for that.
I didn't want to look at my text message to see who I missed the text back.
Big shout out to my tia Margie. I'm sorry, tia. I'm going to text you when I get out of here. I promise. Yo, man, give out your final shout out so we can close the show.
Shout out to all my sponsors. Shout out to my dad. Shout out to my family and friends. Once again, you know, I love you guys.
Hey, and I want to take that time right now to shout out the newest member of the Felix family, Valentina Felix, who was born a couple of days ago. My first granddaughter, you know, big shout out to my two beautiful daughters, Valerie and Victoria, and to my son, Amani. Thank you guys. But most of all, big shout out to you guys, the listeners, everybody that is tuning in to this podcast. Without you guys, without the guests that we have on this podcast, it would not have the success the way that Trini Ochoa is having in the ring itself. Any last words that you like to give, bro?
I said it all. Thank you guys. Thanks for whoever's listening. You know, I appreciate you guys, and I hope you have a good day.
April 19th, Celebrity Theater. You guys can get your tickets at the box office, or you guys can check them out on their IG. One more time, shout that out.
Trini AA.
That's where it's at, man. Yo, this is your boy El Profe. You have been tuning in to the HODS podcast, one of the sickest and illest podcasts out here in the Southwest. Yo, it has been an honor, bro. Thank you very much once again to all my people out in Nogales, Rio Rico, Tumacacri, everybody from Tucson too as well. Thank you. The I-19 and the I-10 is hooking up and linking up with one of the champions out here in Mesa, representing the state of Arizona. And with that being said, we want to wish everybody a wonderful evening wherever you are at. Buenos dias, buenas tardes, buenas noches, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you once again for joining us. This has been your boy, El Profe, Trini Ochoa. Say good night, say
Peace
goodbye.
out. Later, guys.
Everybody tune in to HODS Podcast, Hits Off the Streets, on your Podbean app. Go ahead and download your Podbean app and check out all our episodes. Also, check us out on Spotify and all major platforms. We are in it. Phoenix, Arizona. It's your boy, El Profe. Hits Off the Streets Podcast, one of the dopest podcasts out here in the Southwest. Putting it down for the State 48 AZ. We representing. No Gallus is in the building, y'all.